After months of building, a bad battery sent off, a good battery returned, our van was finally complete. So we decided we'd play it smart and slowly introduce our cats to the van.
Sammy's first experience in the van. I think she's into it. Now, Smalls' first soiree in the van. Smalls, how you doing? Good? Nice. Keep it up.
So while we take it slow and get them used to things, I still wanted to enjoy the fruits of my labor. But in a life without pet sitters at the moment, I needed to go it alone. So I packed my bags, loaded up on the essentials, and hit the road for the weekend. And I was off. Solo man on a mission. A journey of great proportions. Unknown of where the pavement and gravel gods would take me or what I might see. Longing for days of self-exploration and discovery. So I drove about 45 minutes away from our house to a little town called Bryson City, and so far it's a pretty cool looking town from what I've seen. But I'm staying at a campground called Kirkland Creek Campground, which is aptly named because there's a creek running off the side of it, and it's really pretty. But what's really cool is there's absolutely no one else here. I'm the only person at this campground. There's the camp host, the people that own it, and me. That's pretty awesome. But it's kind of chilly and the sun's setting, and we're getting some cold air off the water, so I gotta get warm. Gonna get a fire going. So the point of this trip is mostly just to test out our systems and make sure everything's up to snuff, and also just for me to kind of screw off for a few days. But I figured, since I'm alone and by myself, I'm gonna try something I've never done and Misty has 100% no interest in doing. I'm gonna run a mountain bike and hope that I don't kill myself. We've gone trail riding once, she hated it, and in hindsight, I was putting us in a pretty dangerous situation on really crappy bikes, one of which I had to throw away in the Grand Canyon. So here's hoping I don't kill myself today. Okay, let's see how this works. $30 rental at Solly Cycles. And I feel like I'm about to get myself into a world of trouble. Kill yourself for 30 bucks. Here we go. All right, let's give this bike a little test. Oh, Jesus Christ. The brakes are responsive. So I came out to a place called Deep Creek to try to get used to everything on this bike. Pretty cool little park. A couple little places you can maybe do a little jumping here and there, maybe bomb down a hill, but mostly it's this. So, at the advice from the guy at the shop, I'm gonna go to a place called Solly, I believe it is. Apparently it's pretty famous for mountain biking, and it's a very good place for me to get hurt, so why not? So, I'm out here, and I'm on the Thompson Loop, or Thompson Track, I can't remember what it's called. It's way more intense than Deep Creek. But I'm riding on a single track, so it's really narrow, much lower margin for error. And at the crux of it, I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm out here by myself, and nobody knows where I am. So clearly, I'm a smart adventurer. If you were hoping for an epic mountain biking vid, I'm sorry. this was about all I got. After around 3 miles at Deep Creek, 6 at Solly, and countless times going back for the camera, I was exhausted. My hands are worked, my forearms are worked, my legs are completely pumped. I ran into a tree about 3 miles ago, almost ran into another one. Shout out to people like Seth's Bike Hacks and the Single Track Sampler for doing way more intense stuff and make it look way less sketchy than what this has been for me. But had a ball and a biscuit nonetheless. This is pretty awesome. I wish I had like $500 laying around. I'd get myself a mountain bike, but you know, I'm poor. It is what it is. So after taking the bike back to the shop and stopping at a local joint for a beer, I cruised back to the campground to shoot some stuff around there. You know, I used to be a fairly insecure guy. The idea of going to a movie by myself, or backpacking by myself, or a trip like this, or hell, even starting a YouTube channel just felt weird. But having a woman like Misty in my life has strangely enough made me more independent. I mean, that was on my way when we got together, but it was all definitely fast-tracked after we met. And you know, doing these solo trips and whatnot are cool, but I can't help but to think that maybe Christopher McCandless was right. Maybe happiness is best when shared. Either way, I'm worn out, sore as hell, and satisfied. What a damn good weekend.